that we will enter what are the AC potentiometers, how they are working. Let us see in the form of PPT or PDF file that is written. The various applications of DC potentiometers are calibration of not only for measurement of voltage, they are also used for measurement of calibration of voltmeter, ammeters, calibration of wattmeters also we can use. The potentiometers can be used for calibration of voltmeter, ammeter, wattmeter also. Not only used for measurement of voltage, unknown voltage, they are also used for calibration of all wattmeter, voltmeter also. And potentiometer also used to measure the resistance also. But basic principle, basic working of potentiometer is only measurement of unknown voltage. By measuring the unknown voltage only, they are measuring the power, calibration of voltmeter, finding the resistance, all this. How to find calibration of voltmeter? How the calibration of voltmeter will be done? In the laboratory you studied this. Fine adjustment and coarse adjustment and how to calibrate a voltmeter having high voltages, that is 220 volts, but the potentiometer can be used to measure the only 1.5 volts, that can be measured by using voltage ratio box. A fine adjustment and coarse adjustment are the two rheostats we are using. These two rheostats it acts as potential divider. After that we are giving a voltmeter is connected, we are taking the voltmeter reading. Suppose the voltmeter is 150 volts, we are giving 150 volts terminal and 0 volts terminal. These two terminals are potentiometer. Potentiometer able to measure 1.5 volts only. Whatever be the voltage be given, it gives output voltage is 1.5 volts. According to the input voltage, the potentiometer measures the unknown voltage. Potentiometer reading, from the potentiometer reading we are measuring the unknown voltage. After that, what is the voltage read by voltmeter you can note. After that you can calculate. If the potentiometer has maximum range is 1.6 only, hence to give accuracy we are using voltage ratio box. Similarly, ammeter, how to calculate? A standard resistance will be used to calibrate ammeter. This is the standard resistance. Some portion of the standard resistance is connected to potentiometer. By the use of standard resistance, ammeter also will be calculated. By varying coarse adjustment and fine adjustments rheostats, a certain current will flow through ammeter. What is the reading of ammeter you can take? After that, the same current enter to standard resistance also. Some portion of the standard resistance is connected to potentiometer. That potentiometer takes some value. From that potentiometer and ammeter we are calibrating the ammeter also. Measurement of resistance. How to measure resistance by the use of potentiometer? It is the circuit diagram for measurement of resistance by the use of potentiometer. These are the two rheostats to adjust the working current, fine adjustment and coarse adjustment. A small current will enter to the ammeter. How to measure the unknown resistance? Unknown resistance is connected. Unknown resistance is R. After that, RS is the standard resistance. 1 dash 2 dash are the TPST switch, double pole double throw DP DT switch we are connected. When the switch is at 1 dash, unknown resistance will be connected. When 2 and 2 dash, standard resistance will be connected. Standard resistance is known as known resistance. It is. First, the switch will be positioned at 1 dash, some current will enter, the potentiometer gives some reading. Again, the switch will be closer to 2 dash, the same current will give potentiometer. From that, the standard resistance value is unknown resistance. Suppose the current I enter to the ammeter shows some current. That current, after that the unknown resistance, what is the current? Same current will enter. The voltage across unknown resistance is R is measured, some voltage will come. The same voltage, if it gives RS, then this value is equal to R. By substitution method we are calculating that. That is, RS is standard resistance, R is unknown resistance. How to calculate unknown resistance? An unknown resistance R is connected in series with standard resistance. The current through circuit is controlled with the help of rheostat. The DP at How to measure unknown resistance or how to measure the resistance by using potentiometer? We can see in the circuit diagram. Unknown resistance, whatever we want to measure the resistance, that is connected in series with the ammeter, and two rheostats are used to vary the current. Some current will flow through this ammeter. An unknown resistance R is connected in series with the standard resistance. The current I through circuit is controlled with the help of a rheostat. The DP-DT switch, here we are using DP-DT switch. When DP-DT switch is in position 1 connect the unknown resistance to potentiometer. Let VR is the unknown resistance. VR is the reading of potentiometer. Assume that the voltage across unknown resistance is VR, that is the reading of potentiometer. It gives the what is voltage the across potentiometer. Now the switch is thrown to position 2. This connects the standard resistance to potentiometer. Let Vs is the reading of potentiometer when the switch is at 2 and 2 dash. Now that Vs is known as I into Rs. I is given by V by Vs by Rs. From equations 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, we can get R unknown resistance is given by VR by Vs into Rs. There is one numerical problem related to potentiometer, how the resistance, the value of unknown resistance, current and power loss in the resistance. During the measurement of a low resistance using a potentiometer, the following readings are obtained. The voltage across low resistance under test is 0.4211 volts, 221 volts. The voltage across 0.1 ohm standard resistance is this one. Because the unknown resistance is connected in series with the standard resistance, then calculate the value of unknown resistance. From the potentiometer, unknown resistance voltage is 0.4211. Vs is standard resistance voltage is 1.0235. Rs is the standard resistance 0.1 ohm. Resistance of unknown resistance is R equal to VR by Vs into Rs. From that 0.4421 divided by this one gives, this is the unknown resistance. Current through resistor is Vs by Rs, that is given as like this. Power loss in unknown resistance is I square R, you can calculate, that is 4.31. Like that, power also we can calculate. Power loss also we can calculate by the use of potentiometer. This is another problem regarding. Now coming to AC potentiometers. AC potentiometers. Up to now we discussed about DC potentiometers. AC potentiometers are two types. So they are what are the types, how they are measuring the unknown voltage by the use of AC potentiometers. AC potentiometers can be applied to measurement of alternating current and voltages, similar to DC potentiometer. AC potentiometer can measure both magnitude and phase of the two, because in DC bridges, AC bridges, you know the difference between DC and AC bridges. Similarly, in AC potentiometer, not only magnitude but also phase also can be measured. AC potentiometer is complicated instrument, and therefore certain important factors must be considered for AC potentiometers. That is, same source is required. Whatever be the voltage we want to measure, that voltage applied from the same source whose current to be being measured. That is, potentiometer circuit voltage must be supplied from the same source whose voltage or current being measured. Previously we are applying by the use of standard cell. In case of DC potentiometers, we are standardizing the DC potentiometer by the use of standard cell. But in case of AC potentiometer, same voltage will be applied for the standardization also. The phase angle and magnitude exactly same in the potentiometer and unknown EMF. Vibrational galvanometer will be used. Another one is vibrational galvanometer will be used in AC potentiometer. Due to this harmonics in one or both of the voltages being compared, the balance point may not be same if tuned detector is used. The source of AC supply is made sinusoidal as possible. That is, vibrational galvanometer we are using. AC potentiometers are standardized with transfer instruments. That is, transfer instrument is usually an electromagnetic electrodynamometer type milliammeter, so that it responds to both AC and DC. Standardizing of AC potentiometer and use of transfer instrument. It is AC potentiometer is standardized with the help of standard DC source or standard cell to make AC potentiometer direct reading from the dial settings. Standardization means making the direct reading. Standard is done with the standard cell and a transfer instrument also. There are so many types of AC potentiometers. One is a polar type and coordinate type. In polar type potentiometer, in this type of potentiometer, the value of unknown voltage is made from one scale and phase angle is read from another scale. You know the polar form of voltage. How the polar form will be? This is the polar form V at an angle theta. We can obtain the second scale gives the phase angle, and the initial scale, first scale gives magnitude of unknown voltage. This is the phasor diagram representation of polar type. This is in phase component and out of phase component. V2 is out of phase component, V1 component. Two components will be measured. After that, phase angle unknown resultant is V. From that, phase angle is theta. In coordinate type potentiometer, in phase component and coordinate component, two components can be measured. From that, phase angle is given by tan inverse V2 by V1. It is a Drysdale polar type potentiometer. Drysdale phase shifting transformer we are using for polar type potentiometer. What is Drysdale phase shifting transformer? This is a Drysdale phase shifting transformer. It consists of stator and rotor. The phase shifting transformer consists of laminated silicon steel stator in which the winding is provided. The stator consists of two or three phase windings. The rotor also laminated structure. The rotor is laminated structure having slots in which the winding is provided. There is a small air gap between stator and rotor. When current flows through the stator winding, a rotating magnetic field is produced in the stator winding, thereby inducing an EMF in rotor winding. The EMF induced in rotor winding is connected to potentiometer. A scale and pointer is provided on the top of the instrument to indicate the angle through which the rotor has been moved from its zero position. The scale is graduated in degrees and cosine of the angles. The stator windings of two windings are displaced by 90 degrees because we connected a resistance and a capacitor for one phase, another is directly connected. A capacitance is a leading in nature. The phase displacement will be provided by capacitance. That's why it is known as phase shifting transformer. The phase will be shifted. The stator windings are two separate windings are displaced by 90 degrees in space on the stator. One winding is fed directly from the supply, another winding is connected to a capacitor and a variable resistor C. The values of R and C adjusted until the current through two windings are equal to 90 degrees from each other. The EMF induced in rotor winding is due to stator winding, that is given by E1 equal to Ki sin omega t. The EMF induced in rotor winding is due to stator winding. One is E1 equal to Ki sin omega t cos theta. That is, rotor EMF induced is proportional to cosine of the angular displacement, and EMF induced in rotor winding due to stator winding 2 is a capacitor is connected for a second winding. The capacitor is connected for this. Again, we can write Ki sin omega t plus 90 cos theta plus 90 degrees. From that we can obtain minus Ki cos omega t sin theta, that also equal to Ki sin omega t minus of cos omega t sin theta. Therefore, the resultant EMF in the rotor equal to E equal to Ki sin omega t cos theta minus cos omega t sin theta. From this can be written as sin omega t minus theta, that equal to Ki minus minus Ki sin omega t minus theta. From the above relationship, the rotor EMF has constant amplitude but phase angle is given by rotor position. Rotor position gives phase angle and the constant amplitude is given by stator winding. What is transfer instrument? It is very important. A transfer instrument A precision type electrodynamometer type is ammeter is a transfer instrument that is calibrated on DC and transferred to measurement of AC, hence it is known as transfer instrument. It is very important to note that electrodynamometer type ammeter used as a transfer instrument because it is calibrated in DC and transferred to measurement of AC. What is the operation of Drysdale AC potentiometer? This is the Drysdale AC potentiometer. It is a Drysdale polar type AC potentiometer. These two terminals are connected to Drysdale phase shifting transformer, two rotor of phase shifting transformer. It is voltage to be measured. These two terminals are connected to whatever be the voltage to be measured. This is the simplified diagram of potentiometer, a Drysdale potentiometer. It uses Kelvin's Verily slide wire. Kelvin's Verily slide wire principle is employed in this circuit. Vibrational galvanometer VG we are using as a detector for measurement of unknown voltage. R is a shunt resistance, shunting resistance. R is, where is R? R is a shunting resistance for reduction of the range potentiometer. When S1 switch is closed, R is connected in series with the slide wire. The resistance R, where is R? S1, this is the R. This is the R is connected to. When R is shunting, when switch S1 is closed, R is connected to the series with the slide wire circuit in order that resistance of working current of the potentiometer may be varied. The potentiometer first standardized by adjusting rheostat small r. By adjusting this rheostat small r, it is standardized. The switch S is connected to DC supply as shown in figure. This, when the switch is connected to a DC supply, this switch is connected to DC supply, it is standardized with DC source. The stator windings of phase shifting transformer is connected to, these two windings are rotor windings. The stator windings of phase shifting transformer is connected to unknown resistance. Next, another one is Gall-Tinsley coordinate type potentiometer. Gall-Tinsley coordinate type AC potentiometer. This type of potentiometer, two potentiometers we are using, in-phase potentiometer and quadrature potentiometer. Two potentiometers we are using. This is in-phase component will be measured by this potentiometer and quadrature component is measured by this potentiometer. Two potentiometers are connected by the use of switch S1 and S2 are connected. By the interchanging the S1 and S2, two potentiometers alternatively connected and a mutual inductance coil also we are using. In-phase potentiometer, the component of unknown voltage which is in phase with the current is measured by the use of in-phase potentiometer. Quadrature potentiometer, the unknown voltage quadrature component is measured by using of quadrature potentiometer. From that we are measuring V equal to V1 plus V1 square, V2 square, that is square root of unknown voltage. From that phase angle is given by tan inverse V2 by V1. This is the diagram shows phase shifting, phase splitting transformer. Supply one phase, it is similar to Scott connection, phase splitting, single phase to three phase. Phase splitting transformer used connected for single phase supply. The T1, T2 are the two step down transformers which supplies about 6 volts to the potentiometer circuit. They also serve to isolate potentiometer from the supply line. The T2 transformer primary connected to R and C for splitting the phase. This transformer T2 is connected to R and C to split the phase. T1, T2 are the two step down transformers. R is a variable rheostat and C is variable capacitor. How this Gall-Tinsley coordinate type potentiometer works? The current in the in-phase potentiometer wire is first adjusted to its standard value by means of a DC supply and a standard cell. The vibrational galvanometer being replaced by A galvanometer of D. Arsnow type, vibrational galvanometer used for AC measurements. It can be used D. Arsnow also. What are D. Arsnow galvanometer? What is vibrational galvanometer? Those will be discussed in Unit 5. For AC standardization, the slide wire current to be adjusted given to zero deflection. The magnitude of current in quadrature potentiometer must be same as in phase potentiometer. The same supply will be given to degrees. The EMF induced on secondary of this coil is connected to this switch S3. The EMF induced on secondary of M will lag 90 degrees in phase behind current through primary winding. Let I1 and I2 are the two currents. Let I1 is the primary current of in phase potentiometer. Let E equal to EMF induced in secondary winding. From those two we can obtain this unknown voltage is V and phase angle is measured by tan inverse V2 by V1. That is polar type coordinate type potentiometer, phasor diagram and place splitting transformer. These are the important diagrams for that. It is a polar type potentiometer and phase shifting transformer. These are the important Dirichlet phase shifting transformer also very important for potentiometers.